Hello everyone, welcome back. Kevin with Survivalist Boards. Guys and gals, we have got a large portion of the garden planted. Guys, I want y'all to take just for a minute, okay? Just pause just for a minute and say, repeat after me. Kevin, why are you talking about gardening so much? I mean, it's boring. Go ahead and say it, guys. Just repeat it. Just go ahead and say it. It's boring, Kevin. It's like watching the grass grow. It's okay, guys. Go ahead and say it. I don't care. I don't care. Because part of this is developing self-sustainability in a crap hit the fan situation. I remember several years ago, somebody asked me, Kevin, let's go back to my other voice, like, Kevin, you're not going to plant the potatoes in a mound? I mean, why are you planting them in the ground for? Just like flat on the ground. Why don't you make a mound? And it's like, well, I am going to make a mound just later. And so y'all remember the video of planting these potatoes. They were planted like flush. The ground was flush. There was no mound whatsoever. And the seed potato was planted like, in some cases, 3 inches down. It took them 3 weeks to come up. And this is about 6 weeks, five weeks worth of growth, something like that. And so we took the cultivator with some half shovels. It took a little bit of adjusting, and we had to adjust it just right, get the shovels where they throw up just the right amount of dirt, and now we've got our mound made up, guys. See that? And so some of these plants were about 6-8 inches tall whenever we made these mounds up just today. Some of the plants were damaged. See, like this one right here, that one's wilting, so it may go in a shock. Hopefully it'll be all right. These potatoes are pretty resilient. Some of the people that I know, they will plant the potato, let it get up about 3 inches tall, cover it up, mound over it. And then comes up again, pokes the ground again. I'll wait till it gets a little higher, then mound over it again. And so these potatoes, they are pretty resilient. They'll be okay. And so what we're going to do is this is the first mound. This is the first part of the mound. We're going to adjust that cultivator, then we're going to bring it over another, say right about here. We'll probably bring it over about 4 inches or so. Then we're going to mound up again, but on the outside of that one. So what we're going to end up with is a mound of dirt that's probably maybe close to 2 foot wide in the end. And it's going to be a good sized mound. And that's what those potatoes are going to grow in. Corn is just not doing anything, guys. I don't know what happened. It's just not doing anything. Some of the corn's doing okay. Probably going to spread some high nitrogen fertilizer. Now, I would like to try to grow that corn with organic gardening. And I belong to some gardening websites on Facebook, some of these gardening things. A lot of people talk about cucumbers, corn. They're just not very good with the organic gardening. We have to remember that the corn we grow today is not the same type that, say, the Native Americans grew 500 years ago. Not the same type. Oh, guys, what we have here is some tomatoes. All different types of tomatoes. We've got 2 rows of them. I think we're up to, I don't know, close to 30 or so plants. You see triple 13, we're getting, I know some of y'all say, Kevin, you shouldn't be using commercial fertilizer. But it's all right, guys, it's okay. And then we've got contender snap bean, Roma 2 snap bean, snap bean and squash, and zucchini, snap bean, squash, and zucchini. I'm expecting this to be breaking to the ground anytime now. And so some of y'all are going to say, Kevin, let's go back to the start of the video. Kevin, why are you spending my time in the garden for? And hang on, I forgot my book. It's over here. We're going to walk back over here, guys. Ain't those potatoes nice, though? Tomatoes. Yeah, we're going to be eating good, guys. My current book I'm reading. Yeah, I'm going to be, oh, Kevin, you got your book out. You're reading the book, huh? You know how to read. Yeah, guys, I know how to read. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn over here to page 5. Some of y'all saying, you only on page 5, Kevin. Like, no, guys, my bookmark is, this is a little thing I picked up from SHOT Show 2018. That's my bookmark. I'm over here on page 213. All right, so what we're looking at is here on page 5. And y'all say, oh, Kevin, why are you doing this? Hang on. All right, so guys, okay. The emphasis, hope y'all can read this. We're going to get up here. Hopefully y'all can read it. The emphasis on land reflected the low yield of agricultural produce to agricultural labor. That's important. Agricultural produce to agricultural labor, because it pointed diminishing returns with manual labor, which required 9/10 of the population to be engaged in farming. Think about that, guys. Required 9/10 of the population to be engaged in farming. 9/10. Hope y'all can read that. So if we have some type of reset, and this is a good book, I'm really enjoying it. If we have some type of reset of humanity, and let's say the United States has got a little over 300 million people. Let's just round that down to 100 million, to 300, and then some type of new plague comes along and wipes out 2/3 of the population. We're left with 100 million people. We're just rounding numbers to make the math easy. And so out of that 100 million, if we get reset to something like at the Middle Ages, then it would be 90 million people would have to be engaged in agriculture. But not that much today. I mean, we know a lot more today about agriculture than we did back in the Middle Ages. I mean, we know a lot more about agriculture and crop rotation, which they knew about crop rotation back then. They knew about crop rotation and the nutrients required to grow certain plants and composting. And I mean, we have a better grasp on gardening today than they did in the Middle Ages. But if you want to prepare for the absolute worst case scenario, then you would plan on 9/10 of the population gardening. So where do you fall on that 9/10? Are you going to be the one magical 1%, one of the big landowners that are you going to be a looter or a raider and just steal other people's stuff? Or, yeah, see that right there, got a little close. That cultivator got a little close to that one. It'll be okay though. These potatoes are resilient, guys. I mean, they do really good. Supposed to get some rain tonight. And so, you're going to be part of that magical 1% that's not going to be involved in agriculture somehow? Probably not. Probably not. A lot of people are going to be involved in agriculture, just like it was in the Middle Ages. Some type of farming, gardening, agriculture, some type of smithing, something to do with feeding the rest of the population. Well, guys and gals, that's it for now. And we got some purple hull peas planted, but I mean, that's about like watching the grass grow. Got some of that triple 13 fertilizer. We're spun 60% chance of rain tonight. All right, guys and gals, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I will talk to y'all later.